Hey everyone, welcome back and welcome to Mythology of Magic Part 2. So in Part 1 we discussed magic and dragons. In Part 2 we're going to focus on the more traditional, and that is magic and deities. Now normally when gods give magic to the world, it comes and flows through them. Most of the time there's one god or goddess. They are the god or goddess of magic, wisdom, arcana, or the arcane, etc. Sometimes, however, it can freely flow through multiple gods and goddesses onto the planet. Now, when you think of this, you normally think of some patron sage of wizards and mages, and this deity bless the humanoids, humans, elves, whatever, with magical abilities. It teaches them spells, and it teaches them the ability to harness this energy. The thing about this, while it is one of the most basic, it can be one of the most customized. It depends what kind of deity. Did they give it to a certain race and then that race stole it from a different race of people, or did they give it to the entire planet? But the thing about when the magic comes from the deity, there are two schools of thought. There is just wizards, and the magic deity gave them magic, and that's it. Oftentimes, though, there can be a deity of magic, but then you get the magic through prayer, like priests, and priests get their magic through prayer anyway. But when it's arcane priests, sometimes the more holy and the more connected with the god you are, the more magical and the more magical abilities that you have. This kind of combines mages and priests. And this is one difference from like mainstream, like Dungeons and Dragons. You have wizards and you have priests, and it's separate, but you can do both. But when it's kind of like a mage priest hybrid, it becomes a lot different because you get all of your magical abilities from one god or one small group of gods. And then the magic itself, just, it's how devoted are you, how strong are you, how connected with this deity are you. And when it's kind of this way, I think it's very interesting because it kind of reflects more about priests and how they can only get their strength and their power through tests of faith, through strength of mind, of prayer. And when mages have to do this, they are usually also disciplined in very similar ways, but they can't just, discover an ancient book or an ancient rune and, oh boy, they have a new spell. Yes, they have to practice, but no, now they have to do the same kind of fundamental things. Now, with when the world's magic comes from just deities alone, one thing that can happen is the church and state separation in these fantasy worlds can be a lot different, sometimes not even separate at all. Sometimes the magical bodies, the institutions, actually run the entire world. That's it. Because the priests and the wizards are all lumped together, they're all the same. There is no church and state separation. And this could be a campaign setting, is that just these mage priests, they are the judge, jury, and executioner. They are the ones that know everything, and they are the ones that have all of this grand power. So it's not blood and kingdoms, it's just mages, priests, and magic. And this is kind of a spin on the more classic of deities giving magic to humanoids. Now, this is pretty fundamental. There's not too much to build upon, because it's just there's a deity, they have magic, they give it to whoever the world's creatures are based off of, be it humans or what. But one other thing that can be mentioned is that when there's this grandiose thing, sometimes that this can be stolen, this magical ability can be stolen from the deity. And what you have are anti-followers of this deity. People that are trying to hunt down the followers, kill them. They think that it's blasphemous to even take this magic at all, and they think that magic, it should be illegal, and they try to hunt the very deity itself. And sometimes this causes the deity to flee, sometimes the god smites them, sometimes they have to run into hiding because it's just an entire force of power coming at them. It depends what level this fantasy world's gods would be at, but that is also another kind of spin on it, is we mentioned dragon slaying in part one, is when magic comes from one thing and one thing alone, most of the time that thing is hunted. But thank you very much for watching part 2, Magic and Deities. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe for more of my content. Stay tuned for part 3, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.